To celebrate my last night in Michigan, I decided to lose my virginity. I was moving the next day to Springfield, Illinois from Lansing, Michigan for graduate school. And the summer after I graduated from college from Michigan State, I was dating this guy, and his name was Jay. And Jay was a really good friend of my roommate's, and he was kind of chubby and quiet, and one time he canceled the date because his Dungeons & Dragons game ran 3 hours over schedule. But he found me completely and totally fascinating, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the most important quality a man can have. So I decided that morning of my last day in Michigan that Jay and I were going to finally have sex. And I thought it would be this big last hurrah for me. It would be this sweeping romantic experience, and I thought maybe it would be like the scene between Karen Allen and Harrison Ford in Raiders of the Lost Ark, because I think the reason that I was still a virgin at 22 was that I was still saving myself for Harrison Ford. And I thought that maybe Jay would get injured and I'd have to kiss it and make it better, and right before we made love I would sweep off his fedora, because he's wearing a fedora in this fantasy. And we would go out, we would make love all night, and then the next day we would, go out facing the uncertain future together. So my last night in Michigan, I'm at Jay's house, and we're outside, and he says, "So, what do you want to do tonight?" And I say, "I think you know what I want to do tonight." And we go into his bedroom. I've actually never been in his room before. He lives in one of those college houses that has 3 sombreros but no kitchen table. And he has this bed that's just like got a fitted sheet and a fleece zebra print blanket. And every geeky 20-something-year-old guy, if you date those kind of dudes, they always have this elaborate home-built computer, situation with like Matrix, like 3 monitors. One always has some anime girl half naked. Like, is this To Catch a Predator? Is that legal? Is that okay? So we're in his room and we start to kiss, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to be swept away by the passion. I don't care about the house. That's not important. Be lost in the ocean of each other. And things are going pretty well. I'm feeling it. And then he takes off my bra and he's staring at me topless, and he says, "Your boobs are really symmetrical." And I say the only thing I can think of, which is, "Thank you." And I moved to take his shirt off, and as I lifted over his head, I realized that he has a lot of back hair. And I don't know what to do with this. I don't know if you're supposed to touch it or not touch it. I'm like, do I kind of just ignore that? And like, he's much taller than me, so like I don't really have another place to like put my hands, So I'm like, do I run my fingers through? What do I do? I really don't know. And he finally like sees me, kind of like, what? And he says, "Yeah, I know I have a lot of back hair." And I said the only thing I could think of, which was, "Have you tried shaving it?" And we get to the point, and I, put my hand over his penis, and I'm like trying to figure out what to do now, because I've never seen a real live penis. And I think I should savor this moment, but at the same time, I'm terrified of what will happen next. And so I kind of take it out from like beneath the sweatpants, like you do. And I'm faced with this just total frozen, what? And I mean, I've seen a lot of porn, like a lot of porn, but I always skip the blowjob because it just takes too damn long. And I'm like, okay, where's the fucking? Are we still doing this? Then you check, you refresh, like maybe my video's stuck. Like, why is this still happening? So I have no idea what to do next. I've always avoided phallic objects lest I give someone, a boner accidentally. So I just have no idea. And finally, I look at him like, what do I do? And I think I said, what do I do with it? And he says, pull it. And I think of like that children's toy, the bop it, like bop it, twist it, pull it. I forget the fourth one. Is there a fourth one? Maybe not. And that's all I can think of. And I'm like bop it? So we just lay there listening to his roommates play video games in the basement. And I can feel my romantic dreams and my epic last-ditch romance just disappearing beneath the zebra print fleece blanket. And I finally leave and I go home because I have to finish packing for this move. And the next day I wake up and I drive home, or I drive to Illinois, my new home, with my mother in the car. It's another like 7 hours in the car with your mom after you first touched a penis. Literally all I can think of was like, I touched a penis last night. Does she know? Like, can she tell? Is it on my hands? Not like an imprint, like, touched a dick. Everybody touched a dick last night. Like 4 hours ago, and now we're in the car listening to probably NPR, and I'm like, this is really inspirational. I'm like, no, it's not. And I moved to Illinois, and I realized quickly that I'm not the kind of girl that can hit it and quit it, even within a romantic way. It's just not in me. And it took me 2 more years before I could bop, pull, or twist a penis again. Thank you.